Hello, I'm Amy Wilkinson, a beef and arable farmer from Lancashire, and we currently have the Krone Vendro 560 tedder on demonstration. Basically, the plan is to go through what I like, what I dislike, and we are currently making hay because the sun is shining, and let's see what I like. So while it's still up in the air, let's go through a few things I like and dislike about having it on the road and different aspects. So the first thing I was going to talk about is its actual balance. So it is really, really good. We figured this out when we even just lifted it off the low loader it came on with the JCB. Balance is incredible. I really like how when you lift it up to fold it away, it doesn't go too far. So basically you're never going to smash your back window, which I may have done once or twice with our old one. And then another thing we quite like now that we've figured out what they actually work for is the tines. So there's the green tines and the yellow tines. And that basically, if you break one and you will have to change them, it's really easy to dignify which is right and which one's left. So that makes life a lot easier. Especially, we did a lot of haylage with this, and to be fair, the tines didn't break at all. It was a big crop. But on our old one, with all the tines being black, it can be quite difficult to figure out which way they should go when changing them. So one thing I don't like about this machine up in the air and traveling with this machine, so this tractor is a wide tractor. This is a big tractor for this piece of kit. This machine is still wider than this piece of kit. So it is 3 meters end to end. However, if you were a car coming along this tractor, there is no actual hazard warning sign telling any road user about this. The first thing a road user would see is that tine. So that is something to bear in mind, because obviously a tedder like this could be put on a lot more smaller of tractor. So it's just something to bear in mind, really. So now that it's folded down, the 560 is obviously a 4-rotor tedder. However, the rotors are really, really big. We found it actually does and covers the same amount of area as our 6-rotor old tedder. So also a thing to point out is it's very, very well made, very strong. We recently did our haylage. It was a massive crop. We got around 640 bales off 52 acre, and this had no issue turning that crop. None of the tines are broken, as you can see. Really well made. Can't recommend that enough. So another thing while it's folded down and up in the air to point out is obviously this tedder has a headland setting, which I would really look to buy when we buy a new tedder. I would really look for. Basically what you can do is adjust all the little wheels so they all point in one direction. This makes all the grass go into the field when you're on the headlands, instead of being just splayed about everywhere and into the hedges and different things. So that is something I really liked also. Obviously, the size of this machine is not for everyone. Being 4 rotors, a lot of people just get a big contractor in to come and do their grass now, who will use a lot bigger size of tedder. So it is not for everyone. We found it very useful. Obviously, it does the same as what our old tedder does. So perfect for us. And maybe for people who are getting into the different countryside stewardship schemes who are growing smaller plots of grass all over their farm. So in conclusion, this is a really well-made tedder and it worked perfectly for us. And speaking of which, I better get back to work before Dad comes and shouts at me. So.